Welcome to Listening Note-Taking Methods 1 by Academic English UK. Worksheet 2. Practice. Task 1. Listen to the 5 introductory phrases and decide which method you will use to take notes. Number 1. Hello. This talk is about the differences between British and American English. Number 2. Good morning. I'm here today to talk to you about when today's most popular social networks were launched. Number 3. Hello. I'm here today to discuss the different types of yoga for exercise. Number 4. Good morning. The theme of today's lecture is about the number of international students in the UK. Number 5. Welcome to today's presentation on how to sell second-hand clothes online. Task 2. Listen to the 5 lectures and take notes according to the method you have identified. Number 1. Hello. This talk is about the differences between British and American English. Although most words are the same in both languages, there are also some key differences. One area is the use of vocabulary. I'll give you a few examples. In British English, the words pavement, wardrobe and trousers are sidewalk, closet and pants in American English. Another difference is in spelling. British English uses an S in words like organise, recognise and realise, whereas American English uses a Z in these words, and in British English, words like colour, flavour and humour are not spelt with a U in American English. Number 2. Good morning. I'm here today to talk to you about when today's most popular social networks were launched. Facebook is considered to be the oldest, having launched in 2004, albeit only to students at universities in Boston. In 2006, it became open to the public, just a few months after Twitter was created. After a gap of around 4 years, Instagram was unveiled as a photo-sharing website initially, closely followed by Snapchat, a multimedia messaging app, in 2011. Most recently, in 2016, TikTok was introduced and established itself as one of the leading social networks among younger age groups. Number 3. Hello. I'm here today to discuss the different types of yoga for exercise. Although there are several styles to choose from, the most common ones are Hatha, Vinyasa, Ashtanga and Bikram. Hatha yoga focuses mainly on simple postures, whereas Ashtanga is centered around mastering more challenging poses along with breathing techniques. Vinyasa is considered to be a more demanding version of Ashtanga with a heavy focus on strength and flow. Finally, Bikram is perhaps even tougher as its aim is to become skilled at a number of expert poses in a very hot climate. Number 4. Good morning. The theme of today's lecture is about the number of international students in the UK. According to Study in UK, as of 2019, the number of overseas students had risen by 6% to almost 500,000. Over a third of students from non-EU countries had come from China, while in second place is India, with approximately 7% of the total. In terms of EU countries, the majority of students had arrived from Italy, France and Germany, each with a tenth of the total number, and Spain, which had accounted for 7%. Number 5. Welcome to today's presentation on how to sell second-hand clothes online. Firstly, it is crucial to invest in a decent camera and lighting, as the pictures must show the item accurately to avoid any potential problems. Following this, a clear description of the item, including its condition, value, measurements, and material, is essential. Subsequently, it is important to consider how buyers can purchase the garment securely and how the items will be delivered safely. Finally, once the payment has been guaranteed, the clothes must be carefully packaged and dispatched to the buyer within a reasonable time frame. Worksheet 3. Practice. Task 1. Listen to a lecture on how guide dogs are trained and take a set of notes. Hello. Today's talk is all about how guide dogs are trained. According to Guide Dogs for the Blind, there are 7 phases in total, which can take up to a total of 5 months. The first step is the beginning of positive reinforcement training, in which the dog is rewarded, usually with food, for obeying some simple commands. Next, the focus is on familiarizing the dog with its harness and being outside in a residential area. Phase 3 centers around obedience and distraction training, whereas in Step 4, dogs are presented with obstacles they must clear. In Phases 5 and 6, the dogs are exposed to more challenging environments, such as navigating an escalator or a street without a pavement. In the final stage, the dogs are introduced to more crowded places, such as a busy town centre or public transport, and other animals which may distract them. After these 7 steps, the dog will then be tested before being partnered with a client. Together, they will spend 2 weeks in class training. Following this, the dog will be able to work as a guide dog for a visually impaired person for up to 10 years. Task 2. Listen to a lecture on the popularity of streaming services and take a set of notes. Hello. Today's presentation is about the popularity of on-demand streaming services. A recent survey has revealed that Netflix and Amazon Prime continue to be the most popular streaming services worldwide. Respondents mentioned that although Prime has a larger collection of titles, Netflix's own original content is a huge contributor to its popularity. Netflix also offers consumers a bigger choice of payment plans, unlike Prime, which has a set price. The biggest reason given for choosing Prime was its consistent offering of highly rated movies, including foreign language films and latest releases, something which Netflix lacks. However, Netflix excels in offering a wider range of series and documentaries, which could explain why it is currently more popular than Prime. What is clear from the questionnaire results is the fact that as both services allow subscribers to watch what they want, how they want, and where they want, this appeals enormously to millennials and Zoomers, which account for a significant proportion of the 300 million plus combined users around the globe. It is clear that on-demand streaming services continue to be more popular than terrestrial television, especially in a time when people are spending more time at home than ever before.